everyone, Zorilita back again, and I'm just gonna do a fun little video about how I got $700 worth of anime for only like 50 bucks. So the other day I saw an ad for Sentai Films, and they had their website was like on clearance for like all the DVD titles, and I thought, well, I don't give a poo about Blu-ray. I still have a DVD player because I'm old school like that. So I said, you know what? Why don't I go ahead and find a bunch of stuff, and for 50 bucks you got free shipping, so you didn't have to worry about that either. So I decided to pick up a few things, and I'll show you them now. So Ushio and Tora was an old school anime from, let's see, was it like the late 90s? It doesn't say. But it was a really old school anime that I had some of the VHS for. Actually, no, I rented the VHS from our local comic book store, Transnational Comics, which sadly no longer exists. So I saw like the first and second tape, and then that was it. And I never got to see any more because I had to rent the tapes. And I'd always wanted to finish it off and see it, but this set of DVDs, this was retailed at $100, and I got it for like $5. So I wanted to pick it up. So this one is Ushio always ignored his father's crazy tales about the temple where they live. All that talk about restless souls and malicious monsters is nothing more than stories, right? However, Ushio quickly rethinks his position when he discovers a locked basement with an actual demon pinned to the wall by a spear. The tiger-striped demon threatens to eat Ushio if he frees him, so Ushio naturally chooses to ignore him. However, when the demon's presence starts to attract others, Ushio is forced to remove the spear to save himself. To make a bad situation even worse, freeing the demon Tora also bound Ushio to the cursed beast's spear, sending him on a journey where unspeakable dangers await. The battle is only beginning for these two unlikely partners in an all-new Ushio and Tora. So, this is kind of a shonen anime. It's not my typical shoujo stuff, but like Zenki, I liked this one a lot. So I'm going to give this one a watch so I can finally see how the whole thing unravels. And yeah. So let's see. AKB 48 Season 1. I saw some of the, there was an episode on our cable channel, and you could watch like 1 or 2 episodes for free, and then the rest you would have to pay for the subscription to the anime channel, which I never did. But I liked it. I thought it was cute, and for like $2.99 for the entire first season. This is like 13 episodes. I like the art. It's very cute. I liked the colors. The animation was nice. So it's kind of, let's see, the year is 0048, and in the wake of the giant Great Wars, all forms of entertainment have been banned by the dystopian and iron-gloved rule of the anti-music DES. To combat this threat, the Intergalactic Harmony, a group of bold young women, have resurrected the legendary J-pop band AKB48 and formed an all-new band of sisters, AKB0048. But these rocking rebels aren't simply singers. Trained in combat as well as choreography, these strike team members are equally at home in the concert halls as in the trenches. Under the leadership of the mysterious Sensei, they are ready to lay down their lives in order to make the universe a safe place for getting your groove on. And as a fresh new team of Sing soldiers join the cause and enter basic training, the batons and battle gear are about to be passed to a new generation of dancing divas. Get ready to polish your dancing boots and dive into danger with the latest hard-hitting hits as the new recruits take on staging ground, and the veterans provide the musical soundtracks to their own action epic in AKB 0048. So there's also a sequel to this, Season 2, and I've been eyeing it. I'm not sure if I'll get it or not, but this one I definitely want to check out for sure. So, Rene, I think that's how you say it, was the series that Rumiko Takahashi, she did after Inuyasha. Now, Inuyasha, I liked it, but it had a lot of filler, so I'm not sure about this series. I think being combined down to only three seasons or 3 discs will make it a lot easier to watch this. This one is about Sakura Mamima has been seeing ghosts since she was a child. She's a teenager and they're really getting on her nerves. But when you're usually the only person who sees specters, who can you talk to about it without sounding crazy? Well, there is that guy who sits next to her in class sometimes, Rene Rokudo, but he seems to be absent a lot, and when he is there, other people don't see to see him. Because what Sakura doesn't know is that Rene is part of the Shinigami and tasked with helping ghosts move from our plane to the next. Unfortunately, Rene is not as powerful as a full Shinigami and could really use a little help. So is this a supernatural hookup made in heaven or what? And if it isn't, wouldn't sending lost souls to the afterlife get deity approval anyway? Drop your school books and gear and dream up for an after-school exercise program like no other, as created by the famed Rumiko Takahashi unleashes a spectacular new masterpiece with Rene. So that's what this one's about. I know that it didn't get a lot of people talking about it. I don't think it hit as well as there are other series, but I'm still willing to give it a chance. And for, like $2 each disc, like $2-3, like who wouldn't, It just made sense rather than like $50 a piece. Okay, so new Nurse Witch Kamugi R. This started out, I believe, as it was like a part of that. Oh my god, now I'm blanking out. It was a comedy about magical girls, and she was like a cameo character, I believe, and it ended up getting its own series, which this is, and OAVs. So I figured why not pick it up. It was only like $2. Kamugi Yoshida wants to be famous, but her efforts as an idol don't seem to be working out so far. Unlike her prim friend Kokona or her tomboyish rival Tsukasa, both whose idol popularity is soaring, Kamugi seems to be getting only the bottom tier jobs, like pitching pharmaceutical projects to the locals. However, everything changes when Kamugi discovers an injured creature named Usapi, who offers her a chance to be something bigger, magical nurse. With awesome powers and a cute outfit to boot, Kamugi might just be moving up in the world, but she's gonna be safe to handle the stress of saving the world and being an idol and keeping up in school? Find out as the universe of Soul Taker with Nurse Witch Kamugi reborn in an all-new series, Nurse Witch Kamugi R. Also, I kind of picked it up because there was this guy I knew who ripped off the whole thing and tried to make it a cartoon show and a whole pitch, and I just rolled my eyes. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to try that one out. Gourmet Girl Graffiti. I mostly picked this one up because of the anime. The style, the cute shoujo kind of style. It's about food. Like many Japanese middle school girls, Ryo Machiko is fascinated with cooking. Unfortunately, both of her parents work full-time overseas, so she spent most of her time living alone since the death of her grandmother a year ago. Ryo still practicing and learning, of course, but without someone there to appreciate the fruit of her labors and offer constructive feedback, it's just not the same. Things have a way of working out, however, when it seems that Ryo's artistically inclined cousin Kieran intends to attend the same Sunday cram school. It only makes sense for her to room with Ryo over the weekends, and that means that Ryo will be getting more than just an enthusiastic new audience. Together with Ryo's friend Sheena, they'll be learning the most important lesson of all. No matter how fancy or tasty the food may be, it's even better when it's shared. So, it's just like it's 12 episodes and has some recipes in it. Why not? Seems cute. Oh, Pia Carrot 2. I mostly got this because of the artwork. This is indicative of the early 2000s. It's got that same, large, weird hair that kind of flies off to the side. So I thought, oh, why not? I think I'd heard of it. I started to watch it, and it's kind of boring. So for only $1 or something, I'm not going to worry about it. Basically, there's these silly waitresses, and they work at this, cafe. And, of course, there's this goober guy who wants a girlfriend. And, of course, he meets this chick by falling over and grabbing her boob because, of course, they do. Well, it's just kind of shock humor kind of thing like that. It's nothing perverted or ecchi. It's just kind of okay, we've seen these tropes before. But you know what? I just got it. It was $1. Big whoop. Girls in Panzer. I'd seen one episode of this on the Anime Free Channel preview, so I thought that looked cute. You may have heard of Kung Fu, but the girls at Arai Academy practice Gun Fu. Really, really big Gun Fu, in fact. It's called Tankery, and it's the martial art of operating armored tanks. And even though Tankery program at Arai has been defunct for years, the student council has suddenly taken an interest in the art, and no one they set their sights on is safe. Which is how Miho Nishizumi, who transferred to Arai specifically to stay out of tanks, gets drafted into joining the newly revised Tankery division. But it's not all bad, because joining in the team, Anglerfish, are her newfound friends Sayori, the highly receptive radio operator, Hana, the flower ranger turned gunner, Mako, their brilliant but chronically sleepy driver, and combustible tank fangirl and loader Yukari. They may not be on the half track to fame and fortune, and maybe some would rather soak up their tank tops than become the tops in tanks, but once their focus is locked and loaded, they're absolutely driven. It's mad, it's metal, and it's mayhem guaranteed. So it's the whole 12 episodes. I don't know, seemed kind of funny, so I thought I'd check it out. Here's my master. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Maid stuff. Well, I felt kind of bad because way back in the day when this came out, I kind of downloaded some episodes. You didn't hear that from me. So I figured, well, it's only $2, so I'd buy the whole season because, support your anime, otherwise stuff doesn't come out. This one is a cheesy little thing about girls that want to become maids and insist on calling this guy a master, and their personalities kind of clash, and it's just like a silly one with it's kind of like one of those anime where the characters all fawn over the main guy, like a harem kind of thing, but I don't know. It's silly. It's animated well enough. I thought, why not? Little Busters EX. Apparently I didn't get the original one, but, Girls with Guns is kind of fun. Does the new girl in Ricky Neo's life need his help, or is she actually trying to kill him? After a chance encounter on a rooftop brings the enigmatic Sayed Tokido into the Little Busters world, the only thing that is certain is that trouble is sure to follow. As if saving the lives of some of his teammates wasn't enough of a task to handle, now Ricky must also entangle a web of new mysteries that seem to be rooted in his own personal past. Who are the Dark Executives? Why do they want to keep Saya and Ricky apart? And what is the nature of the secret treasure that Saya seeks? Sometimes answers lead to even more questions as Ricky and the Little Busters discover that they weren't the only people drawn in Kiyosuke's artificial world and Little Busters EX. I like the art. I really like the art. It's like an older, let's see, when was this? Let's say 2016. Yeah. But it's probably a little older because this is the DVD box set. But I kind of like the art. It looks cute. I'll check it out. Again, it was like $2. So this one's, I'm not sure which comes first. But Fate Stay Night was one of those battle animes where characters would have a spirit of someone from the past would be their fighter character, and they would all basically fight to the death, and one person is left alive, and yada yada yada. And for some reason, they decided, you know what, this would be a great magical girl anime, so they did. And I just grabbed the ones that were on the site, because they were like $2, $3. The art looks cute. I'll check it out. I love magical girl stuff. If you know me, you know I do. And bonus, Sailor Moon. I didn't get these with the other things, but they were on massive discount on Amazon. And I'd always been bummed that Sailor Moon, Sailor Stars kept getting shafted, like, a lot. They kept getting all the way to, like, Super S, and then they would just stop. And, like, Sailor Stars just stayed there, so I had fan subs from VKLL. That's the only way I could watch the anime episodes back in the day. Yes, I'm old. Anyway, so they finally released them. They're now in a box set. I kind of feel sad that there really wasn't any bonus content, like, at all. It's literally just the episodes. There's not even trailers for anything else on these DVDs, which seems kind of sad. But, it is what it is, and I figured I wanted to support Sailor Moon because it was one of the first full animes that I got into. So, yeah, Sentai is having a sale on anime, so if there's any of these DVDs that you think are totally cool, you should probably head on over to their website. Also, I want to promote that I am going to be on a Magical Girl podcast series, and that is going to actually air tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but I will link down below, and you can totally check that out. I talk about my series, Heck, Faux Facts, Cosmic Cupcake, and working in comics and such. So thanks for watching my video. Talk to you later.